Cek tes. Halo. Oke dah. Yuk kita mulai streamnya. Lanjut quest. Karena kemarin ngebug questnya. Gak tau kenapa gue pas ngobrol sama salah satu NPC yang disuruh, tiba-tiba game gue nggak nge-freeze sih. Gue nggak bisa jalan sama nggak bisa gerakin mouse di start lah. Dada aja. Itu gue pengen ngapain ya? Mau ngecek Travelers Power. Belum.
Baxter's... Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be...
Yeah, you didn't think the
Right.
As it stands...
In that...
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Branya. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater... I'll respect what...
Understood, Zila. It's times like these...
Right. It's if she asks you...
Well... You bet. The time has come.
Repot jadi pemimpin nanya. Bronya.
Got places to be? I'm your best guide. Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even...
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people...
What was Zila's? I should have known. That sounds like Zila.
Did you come to a
It's pretty much the same. The time has come to make a decision.
Gila, riuh. Gila.
I know what to do.
Gila gebrak.
Wait.
Go.
I have something something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But aren't you?
Keluar juga dari kereta deh.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
Bruh, Archie.
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himeko from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand...
I understand, Miss Branya. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel.
Ya nanya lah.
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival.
Tahu.
But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%.
Buset.
She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field.
Sheesh.
I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Sheesh. Nyari Topaz lagi kita.
Gepard should be waiting. Here we go again.
Refit.
places to be. I'm your best guide.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Taupe. Ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your
Dungeon.
guards up.
Bawahan. Api ya.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Ram,
Lisa Ren.
see. The
Saha
stories
iya tuh
about
orang?
this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the...
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that while my opinion on the future...
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet.
The IPC.
You're right, Miss Himiko.
Automaton.
I'll explain later.
Look, down there!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth.
Yan apaan nih?
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out. Remember, try to avoid being noticed.
Mengontrol muatan data tempatan tergantung detonation.
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You still remain...
Lagi.
I've seen standard issue robots.
Correct. The exterior. Hopefully, the automaton stealth. Are you ready? Use the. Remember, try to.
Yes.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
Weh, ma bro.
This
Starrel.
is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's
Quest
decision.
ngebug kemarin.
This time.
Udah baik. Kayaknya cuma beberapa orang doang yang kena. Dapat stellar jet 50 juta ya.
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IP. While it is unlikely.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it...
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters. Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes.
Nah, buset,
I was starting to
katain.
think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course, the Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Bronya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himiko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about my work, aren't you? So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Oh.
Let's settle this. Receive divinity.
Unnecessary. Relax. That paradise may be savor it for me.
Bloom. Repay.
Eternal slip.
The dead return!
Failed to send you.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Failed to send you.
I'll see you off.
Stand still.
Your end approaches.
Say bye to breathing.
Can we talk? Yeah!
Relax.
1,000 wonders. Fight is fun! Pay for that.
Receive divinity.
Better late
You
than
chose
never.
the wrong enemy.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Stand still.
Nothing major.
Eternal slip.
Dead return!
Kind. Failed to send you.
I'll see you off.
I will dispatch you.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
A blade knows no mercy.
Better late than never.
To send you. That paradise, savor it for me.
Welcome, customers. 1,000 wonders to raise your spirit. Fight is fun!
I underestimated you.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
still.
I will dispatch you. The fight is set.
Say bye to breathing. Relax.
Oh,
May as
nice.
well kill 'em all.
I'll see you.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Fail to set you.
Say bye to breathing.
Better late than never.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Relax.
That paradise, savor it for me. Fail to set you.
Nice.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would...
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct...
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come this far, I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see.
Panasay.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The members of the Express will need your help too.
What a dismal sight. This district.
Kyle, sorry for the delay.
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. Let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just...
Damn.
people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? Hey! It's called the Engine of Creation.
No.
Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog.
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible.
I may know the reason why. The Engine of Creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand.
So what you're saying is the Engine of Creation was a weapon constructed...
Yes, but not entirely. The Engine of Creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battle. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was actually given a much grander purpose. To help the Belobogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generation. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll...
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilla 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn... Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz.
Don't worry, it's... If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so...
Rift. I wouldn't go... Oh, thinking about... Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
Nggak bisa.
Got places to be? I'm your best guide. I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
March was looking forward to the Soul Warm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. This time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add?
Siapa Lain?
If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted one rank? Whew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say, say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead end.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's right. The renowned Teravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal.
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Ya namanya nama-nama dari batu anjing. Dari mineral.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. if you ask. But as we both know, the
Topaz,
IPC doesn't
Opal,
want just
Obsidian,
business
Diamond.
deals.
Nickname apa?
Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. This snow is mesmerizing.
Kelar Fisher Market 2. Topaz ada di kereta sekarang. Siapa nih? IPC. Oh. Kelas triple A. Get to the point. Oke, ini dulu nih companion. Kita baru adventure quest. Pela sih gua ambil. Dik. Ini udah kelihatan nih UI yang minigame Pokemonnya itu anjing. Dan kayak harus nge-quest dulu. Hah? Sekarang bisa tuh. Ini dapat bintang 4 gratis. Milih. Serval, Pela, Hook, Luka. Pela sih. Gua belum mentok. Kan harus nge-quest dulu. Companion lah. Companionnya penasaran gue nih aja companionnya.
Hey, it's my first time on the Astral Express. I'm just messing with you. Lighten up. I'm definitely not the first IPC staff member to board the Astral Express. I've heard that the IPC and the Nameless cooperated frequently when Akavili the Trailblazer was still around. I've also heard that the board once considered spending a fortune to buy out. Just between you and me, I think declining the offers was a smart choice. Capital definitely plays a critical role in the universe.
Di pom-pom nyapu anjing. Who sent the letter?
I've been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters.
What does the letter say? It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it?
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would have signed.
Why don't you show Dan Hong the letter? You know where to find him.
What is it? Do you need something? There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Do you need any help?
Thanks, but I don't even know where to start. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care. Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. But if he didn't send the letter... maybe I should make...
Holy shit. Oh my... Cuman... Ya udahlah. What? Must include Jing Liu. Ah, ya udah mulai lagi nih.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
Got
my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Dan Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the General about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the General about the Stellaron Hunters.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Dan Hung, do you recognize the person on the steps?
I think so.
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the General's?
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou La Fu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the General's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wing Weaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom. Before he left,
Imbibitor Lune, since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
Damn. Blah.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end and hoped for the
So, you also wish to restore the High Ultra succession?
I have no intention of meddling in such things. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked... Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is, but as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling
Dua masih
prison?
aja.
Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent. The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. The Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Lacha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your... You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. Huh. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibiter Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibiter Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibiter Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to stop—
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the star. As for procuring a star skiff—
I see. Follow— I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Imam.
There it is.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargate, just enter the command into the device. The I remember now. I've seen by—
You like to read?
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about star skiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her star skiff so many times? Then I realized that every time—
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events. Inauspicious ones, at least. However, when it came to luck is a type of strength after—
Ha! That'll do it. The star skiff assembly line has been activated. The star skiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long. See? The star skiff is complete!
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are— Imbibiter Lunae. Do you still— Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the— She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through for the Cloud Knights. Giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. There is no need to respond, Imbibiter Lunae. Your answer is no longer— Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you
will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The artisan ship.
Menarik.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abomination.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled.
Interesting.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the...
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contact?
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a...
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the Creation Furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages. Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot. Try harder. Later moonlight.
Scared yet? Huh?
I'll see you off.
A blade knows no mercy.
Receive divinity.
Unnecessary. Fail to send you.
No, man, who will it be?
Come on already. What took you so...
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lune. We have all the time in the world.
It can't be.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lune. Do you know who crafted it for you?
it's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I will dispatch you. The fight is set. That paradise. Savor it for me.
Later moonlight. In the lunar flame.
Fail to send you.
Scared yet?
I'll see you.
A miracle.
Receive divinity.
Unnecessary. Fail to send you.
I underestimated you.
A blade knows no mercy.
Nowhere to run.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dawn, but you cannot run from combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with those are the words of the out of all of us. You were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see some.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time. At first, I wasn't. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply could.
So,
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short life species for long.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence. As smart as he was, he made the foolish. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count? He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter,
Buset,
you
masa
have
di sini
witnessed
anjing.
the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that... It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled... I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree and the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
Blade.
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Bailu.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Bailu.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
Aduh, Bailu.
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms. Bah, who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Your friend here has a very peculiar condition.
Bruh.
Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. I've never seen anything like it.
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. I'll do my best. Come with me. I'm sorry. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine?
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's a Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Monyet. Ya. Bapaknya.
Allow me to eliminate.
Yo.
Soon to be departed.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Everything is ridiculous.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The fight is set. That paradise, savor it for me.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
I'll see you off. I will dispatch you. Fail to send you.
Mati.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Who invited you? Who will it be?
Let's settle this. Receive divinity.
Saving me won't earn you any favor. No manners, huh?
A blade knows no mercy. Unnecessary.
Everything is. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Well timed.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Your end approaches. That paradise, savor it for me.
Who will it be?
Let's settle.
I will dispatch you.
Holy shit.
You chose the wrong enemy.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long life.
You're Mara struck? I don't see the you don't seem to have any.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me, and yet I still have many unfulfilled wishes.
I see.
Really? How unfortunate. All I have, thank you for. By the way,
Bandages?
the person.
He must have suffered some.
He's. Well then. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye. A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the 2 of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others, but in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jing Liu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you, that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Oh.
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring,
Oh, ribut kah?
and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Ciancho lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Oh.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone
Gila,
like
full
her
squad anjing.
have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Damn, VA-nya mantap anjing.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara struck are deeply rooted. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
Oh, yang terakhir. Blade.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now, I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Kelar questnya. Komponen quest yang bagus anjing menurut gua. Siapa nih? Ya. Coy. Kelar komponen quest. Mantep nih komponen questnya. Dik. Bagus anjing. Si Jingliu. Worth sejam kayaknya. Terus quest apa lagi? Nggak ada. Adventure mission lagi udah sisa. Habis. Nunggu ini. Aku coba inilah. Pokemon. Ada. Mantap banget.
Got places to be? I'm your best guide. Uh-huh. Who? A game? You just print it out. Oh, seems pretty neat. Right? I knew. Awesome! It's at the Rivet Town Plaza, right? That uniform. Was it him that texted you?
I knew you'd come! Come on! Let's chat about Ethereum Wars!
I never expected the corporation to know anything about EtherCop.
You're right! The technology itself, we might not be able to manipulate.
I think it'd be... That's right!
I can't... I finally managed to successfully promote the game! No, of course not. I swear on my reputation, there's no time to waste!
The atmosphere here is so different now. It's so lively.
So you guys have been here before? The corporation recently saw the potential in Eurilo 6 and... Take a look. This is where the Interastral Tournament Festival will be held this year. The Ethereum Wars Gaming Association specifically chose this...
Good. Everything is going according to plan.
Is that... Mr. Giovanni, is that you?
Hmm? Oh, Wilder! I was just wondering where you'd got to. Oh, and you brought along two beautiful young ladies. Welcome to my arena. If I'm not mistaken, you're the Trailblazers, right? So, I presume you two have heard about the Interastral Tournament Festival? Have you come to show off your skills?
Oh, psst! Look at his mask! Pretty cool, don't you think?
Oh, it doesn't matter, my friend. What matters is that we're now acquainted. My name is Giovanni Di Giorgio de Epsilon, a humble private trader from Epsilon and the sole sponsor of this year's. If there's anything I can do for you, don't...
Thanks for introducing yourself, Mr. Giovanni D. You seem like a pretty important person. What brings...
Oh, you truly live up to your rep. Now, let me answer Ms. March's question. As you can see, the Interastral Tournament Festival is about to be held on this, and as the sole sponsor. Furthermore, I'd also like to get to know the players of the if you'd be willing to...
Oh, weird, Matt. But he seems friendly enough. I suppose.
I believe Wilder...
Mr. Giovanni, let me take care of it. It's...
Don't worry,
Thank you, Mr.
Feel free to ask me about the It's simple. First, you need to register your account at a terminal in this festival service. After you've successfully...
Actually, you've been explaining a lot about the venue, but...
Why, of course, not a... What's all the commotion?
Hey, twerp! Hand over that coin!
Allah.
You little brat! Who said you could touch this?
But this is mine.
Hey, that's enough! Picking on a kid, are we?
Outworlder lady! Careful! They're dangerous!
Don't sweat it. Leave them...
I say, my IPC friends, I can see how captivated you are by that coin. Am I right in assuming that you're also Ethereum Wars player?
Where did that masked dude come from? And what does it have to do with you, whether I'm a player or not?
Exactly! What's it to you, sneaking around with a mask on? You must be some kind of creep.
What I'm getting at is this. Since you're both players, why not have a showdown to settle the matter? But instead of this young boy, I propose that these two young ladies be the challenger. If they lose, the coin will naturally become yours, and you can do as... But if you lose, I would kindly ask that you gracefully accept defeat and refrain from cause...
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Here are a few beginner-level ether spirits for you. They'll help you get the... If you have trouble handling these beginner spirits, it might indicate that this game isn't the best choice for you.
You've got some nerve.
You're in for a rude awakening. Prepare to face the might of Topaz's support squad!
Beneran Pokemon anjing. What the heck? Yo. Oke. Karena mau maju penulan guys. Mechanical humanoid aberrant. Yeah. Humanoid ngalahin mechanical dan aberrant. Oke, aberrant humanoid.
We sure showed those troublemakers who's boss. Are you okay, Eric?
Thanks, Miss March. I'm fine.
Good.
I don't know. I just found this coin on the floor.
Based on the appearance of the coin alone, it's difficult to discern any significance. As for... Didn't they mention something else? Topaz?
Yeah, they mentioned Miss Topaz. What's that all about?
Oh, I know. They said they were members of Miss Topaz's support squad. They said they'd gather the strongest ether...
Huh?
I think there must be some kind of misunderstanding. I have had some interactions with Miss Topaz, and this doesn't...
I suppose that means this coin doesn't belong to Miss Topaz.
Indeed. There is no information on the ether coin that...
I think it'd be better. I have no clue what this is, or I bet you guys can find a better use for this coin than me.
I see. Well, when you put it that way, looks like we'll hold...
I have no objections. After all, trading and training are all part of Ethereum.
It's settled then.
He just wandered off.
Oh, no need to worry. Now, I suggest...
Oh, you're right! It's a... warp trotter?
A warp trotter? This is quite a rare ether spirit, but they're not very powerful.
YOLO.
Looks like the little guy's scared. What do we do? What do we do?
Don't worry, Ms. March. It's likely the warp trotter is just naturally timid. I must say, though, this one is a bit peculiar. Ether spirits are usually just digital representations of creatures. According to their programming, ether spirits are supposed to obediently follow a player's commands and faithfully... I see. It would be best to report the...
But wouldn't that mean getting... No way! We can't hand them over to the IPC. Awesome. Alrighty then. I'll lend you an extra...
Trotter.
It's up to you. Look! They're... Alrighty then. Of course, it'd be...
Well, isn't this a... This is the Ethereum Wars player.
It seems... Have you got the hang of it yet? Pretty impressive.
To participate, please excuse me if you may. I have a few other facilities to... I wish you all a memorable fest...
Okay. Looks like let's head towards the first victory. This is it! The entrance to the core... I just looked up some tips on the Interastral Network. These victory zones are leased by the IPC and the Gaming Association from various planets. Ready to... Can't wait to find... Hey look! It's Mr. Giovanni! Mr. Giovanni! I didn't expect to see you again so...
You two move fast. Welcome. Oh, great question. Am I correct in saying that in case you... Collecting roaming data is a vital aspect because it's the only way for players... In case you want to hear the rules again, players can enhance their victory rating by engaging in various activities within the victory zone. Players to encounter new ether spirits, aside from purchasing or trading them. Since you're both here, let me give you a lesson on gathering roaming data.
Oh, really?
Oh, it'd be my pleasure. Assisting new players in swiftly understanding the... I will gift you this ether data. Blaze out of space. With this, collecting... There happens to be a good number of looks like your team isn't. I strongly suggest you bolster your team before moving forward. Dealing with the.
Better gather more roaming data and strengthen my.
Oh.
Impressive!
Yikes, sweet taco.
Let me see. Ah, that's it. Now I remember. I prepared a few. You can use your ether coin to read the data on these chips.
Hey, everyone's here! You and Little March, too.
Serval! It's great to...
Behold. Huh? Serval's the championship contender for this victory?
I guess it's time we got her act. Long time.
Good to see you, outsider. Serval? Pale... I mean...
Huh. So is this game... Yeah, but I guess...
I gotta say, Ethereum...
I wish you'd put the same effort into...
So, Miss Serval...
Totally used to it. Pela and I have already struck...
Should we really...
Since you're all here...
No problem. The rules are actually just pop a thermic core into a lamp.
The puzzle for you to solve...
Experience is...
You see? Serval's modification... You'll find several lamps...
But don't think we'll just hand over them...
After seeing this spec...
Of course! After all, it's just...
I can feel the adrenaline.
Brace yourself, Serval!
Yikes! Everyone's so fired up! Yeah! Grand champs in the... I hope we haven't just...
There are 3 thermic cores.
Now that... Please excuse...
Thank you, let's get moving! Take a look! It looks like there's a lamp behind that wall. There should be a lamp nearby. Whoa, it actually works! Alright, this one's done! Let's go find the next lamp! Seriously? Who puts a lamp? Why don't we try using the lamps? too obvious? It's like it's just begging us to be lit. There must be another lamp. we could try making this gear bridge rotate. Woohoo! It's time to show them.
Looks good.
Oh, it's the tramp.
Oh. With.
Well then. The essence of turn-based games lies in the numbers. So you better get ready to witness the precision of my calculations.
Things are heating up.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Time to channel some rockstar energy.
Here stands the Silvermane Guard. Just give it up. Just give it up. Raise your spirits! Just give it up! Just give it up! Not a step back! Just give it up!
Now that was in.
How did you
Here, take it.
I have something else.
Look how.
A warp? But it's Serval.
Sorry, I'm not quite sure either.
I see. They're just. Thanks.
Speaking of champion.
Yeah. Well, Giovanni?
We're not entirely sure. He's.
Oh, in any case, if you're
Remember, train hard and relish every moment.
Now that great minds really.
need a strategy.
Stay on guard! Raise your spirits! Just give it up! 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 Not a step back! Just give it up!
Let me. But I mean, it's not often we get. Oh, great!
Udah dulu stream ya. Thank you banget yang udah datang. Sampai ketemu di stream berikutnya.